Hi ladies, I'm back. I didn't do any more live pregnancy tests. I know I said I would, but I ended up doing them in the, I might seem like I'm half yelling because apparently my volume hasn't been very loud, and someone made a comment. So I'm trying to be conscious of speaking a bit louder without yelling. I know I might look a bit strange, I look like I'm yelling at you. But anyway, it's been a couple of days. So what's happened is that I have been doing the tests in the morning, and I've been having some mixed results. On the, what are they called? First response, early response, which are meant to get 6 days before your period, as everyone knows. Clear, negative, right, as you can see. And I mean, there is that slight line there, but it's not coloured. So, you know, to be positive, it's got to be coloured. So, doing a lot of, you know, the chemical reacted. So, I've been Googling, etc., and a lot of people say there's indent lines in these. So, I've opened them up, and yes, it is an indent line. So, the line, the little line that I see, like, you can probably even see, like, look at that line, right? But it's not coloured, so negative. And so the other one I've been using is the Clear Blue Digital. Not Digital, Plus. Right? Now, here's the thing. See that? Positive. But it's not coloured. Okay, you see that? It's grey. There's no colour in it. So that was confusing me, and I'm thinking, is it positive or not? So I'd end up, so you get a positive on this, take this, negative. It's just an indent line. So, a bit confusing. Anyway, yeah, so on, I think it was the Baby Bump forum, there was like, I think it was in the pharmacy field, and he'd popped on to one of the forums saying, did quite a large post, and he was saying, you know, for there to be basically a line's a line. So if you're getting a line, it means it's reacting. But it's supposed to, the dye is supposed to be released. So anyway, I'm getting really confused. That kept happening numerous days in a row. So, and it didn't make sense because the pink ones are supposed to be, these first responses are supposed to be more sensitive than them. So, made an appointment to see my GP yesterday, and he was agreeing, saying, look, a line's a line, it's showing positive, but in actual fact, it's not blue. So, this is weird. We'll take your bloods. So, really, it should have been, you can't, you know, both should be reacting. And considering that yesterday I was at Wednesday, 17 DPO yesterday, there should have been a line on this one, right? So, like the first response. So, and that was also, yesterday was 41 days after the DPO came out, not including the day it came out. I counted from the day after. So anyway, what he's done is he's taken the blood to test for HCG levels, and this is basically what he said is that because I was on birth control, first depot for 3 years, and then probably 3.5 years, and then on to implanon for 3 years, the lining in the uterus may not be as baby friendly as, you know, once you've had a cycle and a clean out. So that's a possibility in the sense that I may have had a chemical pregnancy, but still, even in chemical pregnancies, you get positive with colour, and no matter how faint it is, and then your line will go, and that's their indication that you've had a chemical pregnancy. So what's really baffling is that it's not colour. So it's grey. You can see it's grey. Okay. So yeah, interesting. The other thing is I'm not really confident that we would have fallen pregnant this shot anyway, in the sense that, I mean, I'll admit what we did. My husband and I, we have 3 boys and 1 girl. So it goes boy, girl, boy, boy. So in the last pregnancy 6 years ago, like my daughter was desperate for a sister, and when she found out it was a boy, like she just lost it. And I mean, she loves him to death. He's her little shadow. But it would be nice to have her have a sister. I mean, I'd love a boy anyway, it's fine, but it would be nice to have another girl. So, you know, in the lead up to taking the implanon out, we were reading like, called them Mother's Tales on how to encourage a female conception. So what we did is, we, you know, I'm just going to say it, okay? We, instead of him ejaculating deep, he ejaculated near the entrance. Inside, but, you know, basically it just came right back out. So, like, we were laughing at the time going, how the hell are they even going to get there? So, anyway. Yeah. The point is that the theory is that, you know, the boys are faster swimmers, etc. So we thought if we put the boys near the entrance, the girls are longer endurance, gives them more of a crack to get to the egg. So, like, we knew the egg was there. Obviously, I had the fertile mucus, which is the only thing that I used this shot as a guide. Next month, if that test comes back negative, next month I'm actually going to start charting, and I've joined the couple of websites where, you know, you do your online charting. Probably today or tomorrow I'll go out and get a thermometer, but I'm just waiting for the doctor's results. So the blood was taken yesterday. I can ring the surgery about lunchtime today, which is in a couple of hours, but I do have another appointment for tomorrow, so that if there is a figure there today coming back on that test, he'll do another bloods tomorrow, see if it's rising or lowering, and if there is no figure, then he'll go ahead and induce menstruation. So that'll at least give me a date to go by. What else was I going to say? Yeah, I haven't really had any symptoms apart from nausea, but excuse me, my life is extremely stressful for reasons that, you know, I can't control. So with the emotion of it, I'm always nauseous when I'm emotional. I mean, I don't necessarily cry, I feel emotionally sick. The emotion makes me feel nauseous, and I have been like that for a couple of years. So I'm still actually waiting to hear whether my mum was suicide or murder. So, and if it's murder, we're looking at my brother or dad. So, you know, it's not very nice, and I just permanently feel sick, and I have done the whole time. So, and it's been a couple of years, but some days are worse than others. So it's hard for me to say nausea is a symptom when I pretty much sit with that daily, coming and going in waves. So that's really the only thing that could be, but it's also unlikely that I wouldn't, even if I did turn out I was pregnant, I wouldn't say that the nausea that I feel is from pregnancy. So because it's been pretty well constant, it's something that you just learn to live with. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. The point is, these tests, I think I'm not overly confident that there's going to be a figure there. It is possible that perhaps conception occurred, but the lining wasn't suitable. The doctor also said it's possible that you are pregnant, but it doesn't come out in urine. If you drink a lot of fluids, it doesn't necessarily come out strongly in the urine, but you'd get it in the blood. So no matter how much you drink, you can't dilute the levels in your blood. You can only dilute them in your urine. So, and I do know for a fact I live on fluids, not so much solid food. I am a serious drinker. I'm always drinking. So yeah, anyway, I will let you know, keep you updated. I probably won't post tomorrow, even though I'll get the results in a couple of hours now. I won't post until I've been to the doctors and pretty much know what's going on from there. Yeah, so I'm not confident that I'm pregnant, even just in the sense that the sperm really never stood a chance kind of thing. So yeah, anyway, I won't do that again. You know, if my daughter's meant to have a sister, she'll have a sister. If she's meant to have another brother, then she will. I'm not going to do that again. So yeah, anyway, I'm glad that in one way I wanted a date to go by. When you're coming off birth control, as my doctor told me in the beginning, you can only use the date you stopped birth control as your date, but he can't tell me how many days or how long it will take for my body to adjust and start a cycle. So it could start the next day, your body hormones could go back, it could take them a couple of days, it could take them a week before the cycle actually starts. So it's always a good idea to have that first bleed anyway. But he said go for it. When he was taking the implanon out, he was like, you know, it'll be funny if you get pregnant this month. So yeah, anyway, I will let you know. Thanks for listening. I hope you could hear me this time. If not, I'll probably get out my iPad and try recording on that. Try some different methods of recording. So this is just my laptop. Let me know if you still can't hear me. Anyway, I'll keep you updated, because I will be surprised if I'm pregnant because there's no colour. Alright? That's the bottom line. Yeah, it says positive. You can see that, positive, but it's really not, I don't think, because it's grey. And it came up in 10 minutes. Yeah, it came up, you know, within 3 minutes. I could see that there was a positive line there. But as it got to the 10-minute mark, I was saying, that's not blue. That's like grey. There's no blue. I'm holding it under the light going, that's not blue. Okay, so you got to be honest with yourself as well. Anyway, point is, I'll get back to you. Thanks for listening. Bye.